Hi there. Welcome back to Rolling Into Sports podcast starting Aaron Young. In this episode, I will cover one of my favorite positions, one of the toughest mental positions in all four American sports. Yes, I'm talking about the quarterback position in football. I consider the quarterback position in the National Football League the toughest. They're layering in the field. They're an extension of the coaching staff. Face an organization. The boys in the locker room. And must know the playbook in and out. Each set play, the quarterback must call plays in the huddle. Look how the offensive line is up against the opponent's defensive line. Look at the defense coverage to see if he can adjust or change the play altogether. Coaches and analysts of quarterbacks talk about arm strength, throwing accuracy, footwork, the least point of throwing the football, leadership, the top quarterbacks of all time, the best current quarterbacks, and which teams will draft the next best quarterback. I could easily go to a complete analysis of different NFL quarterbacks, but I think that would even bore myself. However, I'm going to talk about 8 possible quarterbacks to be drafted in this year's 2021 draft. I'm 100% sold that Trevor Lawrence from Clemson will be going to Jacksonville Jaguars, and number one draft pick of the 2021 draft. Since his first starts at Clemson University, Lawrence has been seen as the number one draft pick. He has all the arm strength, throwing accuracy, footwork, leadership qualities teams want, and a quarterback. Lawrence has great mobility in the pocket with a 6'11" frame, ability to run, and can throw the 30 to 50 yard pass with ease. You can't find a weak spot in his game. Maybe you could say he could sell his play action fakes a little bit better. Former Ohio State head coach Urban Meyer was doing a great job on providing analysis on Fox Sports college pregame show, and he wasn't kicking Michigan's behind. Did not show he had a ton of interest in coaching again. As a Michigan fan, it's hard for me to say, but Urban Meyer is a legend in college football, but never ever coached an NFL team. However, the Jacksonville Jaguars talked him into being their head coach. I got money says that convincing conversation Urban had with Jaguars. Someone said it's a great possibility we're going to draft Trevor Lawrence at number 1 in this upcoming draft. Jacksonville has a good enough roster to be successful, just missing a franchise quarterback and a head coach to know what to do with his talent. I see Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence being a dynamic head coach and quarterback combination. As of late, a lot of buzz is going on around BYU's now former quarterback Zach Wilson. You're not getting nearly the amount of attention of the national media as Trevor Lawrence. But as I look at Zach Wilson's highlights, he has arm strength is low, less than Lawrence's. They have the same throwing accuracy, same footwork, and leadership. Zach Wilson moves slightly more in the pocket and has a little more better running ability than Trevor. Wilson is a little bit shorter than Lawrence, but it does not make much difference in comparing the two. Zach Wilson's a little less of a deep thrower than Trevor Lawrence, but he changes his arm angle to where he throws underhanded. I see Zach Wilson going number 2 in the draft to New York Jets, replacing Sam Darnold. I believe Wilson will fit better than with new head coach Robert Slay because he's more mobile than Donald. After Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, the next best quarterback in this year's draft goes to Mac Jones of Alabama. Jones had the ability NFL teams are starting to look for, but has all the arm talent. He's much more quicker release on the football than the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. I see Mac Jones going to England Patriots. Yes, I said it. Via trading up to the Miami Dolphins 3rd pick. The 4th best quarterback in the 2021 season to me is Justin Fields from Ohio State. Oh God, I got tired of saying Ohio State. It could easily be the number 1 second best quarterback. These last 3 quarterbacks I mentioned have all the skills to be a great single caller and will make a difference on any NFL roster. So why don't you just go Lions? Highlights of Fields shows a great running ability when things break down, and a passing play. Has the arm strength, throwing accuracy, and the leadership. He slips a little bit at 4th best because he can throw a bad interception or 2 on occasions. He holds the ball too long. And the pocket. That problem will be fixed with a quarterback coach. Whoever drafts him. I think Justin Fields will be the number 4 draft pick to the Atlanta Falcons. He will start the season as Matt Ryan's backup and most likely spend a year or so in the role. But if Matt Ryan struggles a little bit somewhere in the middle of the season, Fields will be a starter. Or Justin will go to the Carolina Panthers for trading up to the Falcons pick. The next best quarterback on this year's draft is Trey Lance from North Dakota State. Lance does not have as much playing time as the top 4 quarterbacks, but is built like Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers, with more of a running ability. Highlights of Lance shows great mobility in the pocket, and once a passing play breakdown, he can make yards with his legs. He has great arm strength, is accurate with his throws, and can hit the deep throws. I think Trey Lance will be the 6th pick in this year's NFL draft and go to the Pittsburgh Steelers via trading up with the Philadelphia Eagles. It'd probably be Ben Roethlisberger's last year at in the NFL. That's what I have a year to learn. Then he will be the starter the following year. The sixth best quarterback to me is Kellen Mond from Texas A&M. Does not have the big arm and throwing the deep ball as the other five ahead of him. However, he moves well in the pocket, good running ability, has the accuracy between 5 to 35 yards, has a good command of the plays and leadership NFL teams want. And a quarterback. I think Kellen Mond will be the ninth pick in the draft by the Denver Broncos. Our last two quarterbacks are dark horses. I feel that they will be picked somewhere in the 5th, 6th, or even maybe the 7th round of the 2021 draft. There are Ian Book from Notre Dame and Peyton Ramsey from Northwestern, who was an grad transfer. Ian has the most wins as Notre Dame's quarterback of all time in their school history, with a 32-4 record. He has great mobility in the pocket, decent running ability, accuracy is rather good, nice arm strength, great leadership, and can throw a deep ball a little bit here and there. I think he'll be the 137th pick by the Detroit Lions to get Jared Goff competition. Be his backup for a year or two. Maybe got a chance to develop and be the starter in the future. Peyton Ramsey rounds out my 8 possible quarterbacks for the 2021 draft. I feel that he has that Kirk Cousins feel. You know, he's a second quarterback to be picked by the Redskins to back up Robert Griffin. And he did the contract thing. Now he's been a Soros quarterback and doing pretty well. But Ramsey does not have all the arms strength. However, he takes care of the ball, commands the offense, and a leader of the team. I see Peyton Ramsey being the 195th pick to the Houston Texans, or the last pick at 224 to the defending Super Bowl champions Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was episode number 4. Thank you for tuning in to Roland Sports Podcast starting Aaron Young. Bye for now.